Hi everybody, Catherine here, and today I want to take you through a practice that is here to support you trusting in yourself, trusting in the goodness of life, and letting go of, sensations or thoughts around scarcity, fear, the thought of having to control things because we don't believe that otherwise good things will happen to us. And any other kind of places where we feel stuck and we doubt ourselves. So first I want to invite you to take a deep breath here with me and to simply allow yourself to feel whatever is going on in your body. Where is the tension in your body? I typically have my tension right here and on this side of my shoulder. So you might want to close your eyes to do this exercise or practice with me and really tuning in with your breath. Where are you holding tension in your body? Where is all that stored? And then with all your love, you actually breathe into that area that is slightly tense or slightly, where you feel like even if it's in your brain, when you have a lot of thoughts in your brain, just sending it like your attention, your love, and allow it simply to be there and acknowledge that your body is actually speaking to you. And when we come across something that is really big, we can't shift it. Really, the ultimate thing is actually not to even try to shift it, rather to embrace it and to say, you know what, I acknowledge you, whatever it is, whatever energy is there, I acknowledge you, and I honor your power. And I want you to say this now to that part of your body that is feeling a little bit tense right now. I acknowledge you, and I acknowledge your power. See if there's a certain softening that can happen when you're repeating those sentences to that part of your body that is currently kind of making itself known to you. Taking deep breaths. And when the softening happens, see if you can also say to that part of your body, I'm sorry that you feel this way. I acknowledge your power. I acknowledge all the emotions that are going on, and I'm sorry you feel that way. After a while, you should be able to connect with what I call an inner child. That part of you that is tense is actually here to say something to you, that something is misaligned. And that can also be called the shamanic inner child. So we're not trying to fix anything here today. We're simply allowing and accepting and becoming aware of what is going on in our body. So where the tension was, see now if you can simply tune in to how old is that inner child of yours that is feeling kind of unhappy or misaligned right now, not trusting, doubtful, tense, whatever it is, the emotion that is coming forth. See if there's a specific age that comes to mind that inner child is who's having that experience. And, it could be 5, it could be 3, it could be 15, there's no right or wrong. Just go with the first age that comes to mind. And when that inner child shows itself to you, I want you, the grown-up you, to give that beautiful inner child a big, big hug. And just say thank you for showing yourself to me today. And see if that inner child can actually receive your love, receive your attention, receive your hug. Nothing else to do. If there is any resistance, then simply breathe through it and allow your inner child to know that you're there to listen to her and that you're very happy to be as patient as you need to be until she can trust you and let you hug her. Breathe through that. And then I want you to imagine, once you have made the connection, that the two of you are going to walk to a beautiful big gum tree somewhere in nature. It's just you two. And you go and sit down by the trunk and you lean your back onto the tree trunk. Both of you. Your inner child might be actually lying, in your lap, and you're still holding your inner child with your arms, and then you lean back onto the tree. I want you to notice how right here and right now, all is well. You're supported and held by Mother Nature, by Mother Earth, by the tree trunk. You can feel the beautiful breeze on your skin, the sun shining on your face, and you're happy with your inner child. Right here and right now, you're not hungry, you're not tired, you're not having to run to the next to-do thing. You simply can rest and be. I want you now, together with your inner child, to start doing the infinity symbol with your hands. It's like an 8 laying sideways. I like to actually even use both my hands when I do that. You might want to do it physically, or you might just want to imagine yourself doing it in your mind's eye. Up to you. I want you now to imagine your past. When it comes to trusting yourself and trusting in life, it was always really good to remember that as a child, you didn't have the means to work, to earn money. You didn't have the responsibilities of life. You hadn't been taught in school yet, all the things that society is trying to teach. And yet, you were looked after. Somehow, you managed to grow from being a child to being a grown-up. So I want you now, as you continue to do this infinity symbol over and over, I want you to remember the abundance that was around you as a child. It could have been, your parents feeding you, having a roof over your head. It could be a teacher or a sports coach. It could be the kind neighbor next door, or any family member in your home. Just go back into your childhood and remember all the good times where you were looked after, where you were provided. And notice how much abundance there was around you. Even when you were this tiny little child, in your full innocence, you were looked after. Taking deep breaths as you remember your childhood memories, the good stuff, where you were cared for, where you were loved, where you were provided for. And yes, always, every life has its challenges, sticky situations where we grow and we learn as a child. But notice how you have come into being a beautiful grown-up. And as you have become a grown-up, you have learned to adapt. You have learned that you have the power to keep yourself safe. You have learned how to provide for your own needs. So why should it not be the same into the future? If you have come that many years into your lives to the present moment, then surely you could trust in yourself to thrive into the next decades of your life. Nothing needs to be different. Nothing is different. So remember the power that you have here and now. Remember that you're worthy of thriving in life. now you might continue to see that infinity symbol in your mind's eye, as I want to take you into your future. Just like an acorn seed has some kind of blueprint that takes it into being a beautiful grown oak, beautiful, marvelous big tree. Remember that this is within you as well. Your soul essence has chosen to be in this life as a human on this planet Earth. There was a reason for that. You wanted to have a certain type of experience, and you wanted to grow and evolve from that experience. It may not be completely transparent to you here and now what your blueprint is into the future. But simply knowing that there is a blueprint means that today you don't need to control it. You can simply allow it to happen. And yes, some of us are impatient and want to know it already now. But equally, like the acorn becoming a tree, it needs to accept that everything is in divine right timing. So we are constantly looking into the future. And sometimes we worry. Have we done the right decisions? How can I move faster through this? But sometimes, really, all that it takes is to accept where we are now, stay in the present, and allow all the good things and all the challenging things to come into our day-to-day experiences, knowing fully that we can learn from every single experience, even the uncomfortable ones, and that they will allow us to become who we are meant to be. Notice in your body now, after having done this infinity symbol, after having realized that as a child you always looked after already, that today you know how to look after you, and that into the future your blueprint is already there. Notice how in your body you can now feel a little bit more relaxed and at ease, at peace with what is and where you're at right now. As you breathe through the illusion that you need to control what is going on in your life. Instead, embrace a different perspective. A perspective that you are in flow with life, and that things are happening and you are adapting every day. Remember, we always have the power of how we are experiencing our life unfolding into its blueprint. It is in our power to change our perception. For example, something was challenging. Okay, I didn't like that very much. Fine. What can I learn from that? How can I live through that better next time? Who have I become through this challenge that I've just experienced? And see if you can turn a perceived negative experience into something that was worthwhile. And just like the eagle, continue to expand your perception. Choose to have the courage to set yourself free, to fly high, high up into the sky. To focus on the big things, the big nuggets in life that matter to you. Choose to prioritize them. Know that all is well. Know that you're worthy of trusting yourself, of opening that next door to your new adventure. You can trust your heart. You can trust your innocence. You can trust life. Taking a deep breath now, tuning into your body once again, tuning into your inner child. And notice how much more at peace you are, both of you. Notice how the tension has left your body. And rejoice. Congratulations on having recalibrated yourself, body, mind and soul. Congratulations on realigning yourself into a place of trusting yourself and trusting the goodness of life. If you want, you can now journal what has come up in this journey for you, this little meditation practice that we've done together. If you want, you can continue to see the infinity symbol or to use your hands to remind yourself that we are human beings standing outside of time, witnessing our past, present and future all at once. Have a beautiful day.